Hello, and thank you for your free reading. I understand that your question is primarily around employment, around an opportunity that you were actually selected for previously. However, that fell through. Someone else was hired for the position, and this employer has reached out to you regarding the same opportunity. I understand it's an opportunity you're interested in, but you'd like to see what's going on as you haven't heard anything from the employer recently. So it seems like this is the second time that they've kind of left you hanging, didn't communicate with you as they probably should have. So let's ask the cards, to tell us what's going on. What are the present energies that surround you? What are the potential future energies as well, potential outcomes regarding this opportunity? Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles here. That really stood out to me. I feel like you're someone that has quite a bit of experience in your field. You have like a more kind of authoritative, kind of settled energy about yourself. So you're certainly someone that is willing to give it a try, it looks like. Perhaps this opportunity it became available again as a bit of a surprise to you. Perhaps you weren't expecting this as well. But what I'm seeing here is that there might be a couple of areas where this job or this opportunity doesn't quite align to what you would expect from this kind of opportunity, or it may not necessarily line up to your objectives, whether you're aware of that or not. It seems like there's something about this role or this opportunity that may not quite line up with what it is that you desire. Okay. Perhaps you have considered that this opportunity will bring you a lot of personal development, and it may be like a team-based kind of work. It may require a lot of interaction between you and other persons. These other individuals may be more or less experiencing you. I get this very collegial feel about this opportunity, and that may be something that's very attractive to you as well. Let's pull some additional cards around this opportunity. Especially clarifying the Five of Wands, because the Five, there's just something about this opportunity that perhaps you are concerned about, and it could extend beyond the company's response time. Okay, with the Seven of Pentacles here, I get additional clarity that this is probably more so about the delay itself, the communication, that you're expecting that you haven't heard from yet. Because with the Seven of Pentacles here, again, this just speaks to someone that's kind of put in the work. They've been patiently waiting. They sowed, right? They've planted their garden, and they've been patiently waiting for something to come out of that. Okay, some growth, some development, the actual materialization of something. In this case, this job opportunity. So what's going on with the actual company then? What's going on that there's been this delay? Company hasn't gotten back to the current. See if we can find out why. Got the Nine of Swords here in reverse, the King of Swords, Two of Wands also in the reverse, Ace of Swords. So interestingly enough, what I'm picking up here is a particular individual within The company, I don't see anything here that would necessarily indicate that the company has concerns regarding you, right? Regarding your candidacy. I have a feeling that they have concerns around finding the right fit, okay? There might be a particular individual there that's been hesitant, somewhat, to making a hiring decision, just because, again, with, you know, Two of Wands here in reverse, it feels like there's a lot of trying to look further down the line, right? Trying to see into the future and kind of just being hesitant about actually making that step and moving forward, okay? I think they might feel a little burned as well because this other hire didn't work for them. But the King of Swords energy is a very, should be, right, a very decisive energy, except that, you know, the imagery here with the King of Swords, that sword is kind of slanted a little bit. So typically that indicates additional thought, and because they are trying to be flexible in approach, flexible in their thinking. But with the Nine of Swords here in reverse, I feel that there was something that didn't quite work out with the previous hire for sure, and I feel, again, they've just been a little burned as a result of that. Now, what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Swords, however, is that something's going to happen. There's some communication coming forward. You will be hearing back from them this time. Unlike the first time, you will be hearing something. Let's see if we can get timing information around when you should hear back and what the results, right, of that communication could potentially be. Oh goodness, I almost dropped all of the cards there. I felt like one was wanting to come out, but it didn't quite pop out, so I left it in the deck. But that was the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is typically a positive, very positive, auspicious kind of card. Oh, and we've got the Eight of Cups here, okay? So at some point, you're going to have to make a decision around whether or not this is truly something you want to move forward with. And with the Eight of Cups energy here, you know, you could be hearing a number of like maybe 8 days or something like that, a week, okay? But I do feel that you will be hearing shortly. Got the Nine of Wands here as well. You know, I think that what this could also be saying is, you know, you've been waiting around for some time. Perhaps by the time you receive that communication, you're going to have, you know, you're going to feel like, wow, I really waited enough. You know, is this really what I want to do? Is this the kind of company I really want to work for? So their delay might actually give you some pause as well. Let's see here. Pull some additional messages from the Spirit Guide here, the Spirit Guide deck. Oh, that one wanted to come out. Self-esteem. Guardian Angel Michael reminds you to make sure to get in touch with your self-esteem, okay? That includes confidence. That includes carrying yourself in a way of, you know, conviction that things are going to work out the way that you desire. That's one way of demonstrating self-esteem. Let's pull another couple of cards here. The Warrior Guides, bravado. Okay, sometimes we need to really embody that energy of bravado and courage, okay? And you've also got a really great card here with celebration. The Joy Guides remind you to celebrate all of your accomplishments, both big and small. I do believe that the celebration card is tied to that communication. You will hear from this company. I do feel you're going to receive that offer, but I think that you need to make a decision ultimately around whether or not this is the kind of employer you really want to work for, okay? There's just something I feel that may not quite align to your expectations, and their delay in communicating, not to mention the first time that you didn't hear back from them, might be something that you either will consider or just should be considering in making your final decision. Best of luck.